off.
All you see on CNN is anti-Trump slogans and white supremacy. But where are those good old conservative values and the faith in God? Lucky there's the Orange Men Pod. Lucky there's two men who positively can do all the things that make us laugh and cry. We are the Orange Men Pod. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Orange Men Podcast. Dave and Clint here with you on a Friday evening, getting ready to lay the smack down and tell you the truth as we know it, whether you like it or not.
That's right.
And here's to you, brother.
Oh, it's glad to be back, man. You took 2 weeks off and
I took a hiatus.
Kind of screwed us all up here.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Sometimes you need a break. Break from the fray. Not think about shit, not watch the news. It was actually kind of nice.
Yeah, sometimes you got to step away. I understand that.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I stepped away.
There you go.
Okay, so where do we begin? There was so much stuff to talk about.
I don't know, man. We've had, let's see, a couple of mass shootings, a couple of armed robberies.
You know what?
The two guys that were pretending to be Homeland Security guys. Joe playing with a gun.
All right.
Okay.
The one thing that's really got my interest peaked
What's that?
is this. When I was away on vacation, I saw a news story of a cop who shot a black motorist in the head after he pulled him over. Did you see that?
No.
Well, I saw the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled him out. He pulled him over. I don't know what the reason was for, and then the guy started struggling, and the cop tried to, cuff him, and he resisted, and it got into a scuffle. Cop got his taser out, tasered him, and then somehow the guy got a hold of the taser. It was a big melee. But for some reason,
It didn't work?
it's a white cop, a black driver.
Yeah, I got you.
And for some reason, the cop pulls his gun out. He's on top of him on somebody's front lawn, has the gun in the back of his head, telling him to let go of the taser.
Yeah.
Boom. The gun goes off. I don't know if I'm sure he pulled the trigger. I'm not saying he didn't. And the guy's dead.
Whether it was an accident or not.
Yeah. So.
Was it like recent or, I mean,
Yeah,
I know,
recent.
no.
Last week.
I know, but was it like the footage from last week or was it like something that was like 2 months ago after the investigation? Oh, okay.
No.
Guess.
No. So I said, oh, okay, here we go again.
Well, I did see, Pittsburgh was fired up or something like that, right?
No, nobody said a word.
No, I saw somebody was there. It might have been a small protest because I saw.
Yeah, but
I think it was Pittsburgh where the African American police officer took a swipe at the African American lady, and everybody was up in arms about it because he.
I hate African American.
I know. That's why I say it.
We just say black.
Not people. Let's
African Americans.
the wording.
Well, they're not from Africa.
I know that.
Okay.
I know it bothers you when people say that.
Unless they're Africans, unless they are from Africa and then they move to America. You're born here. You're American. You're not African American.
I got you.
Just straightening the whole thing out because I don't want anybody to misread
What you're saying.
or what you're saying.
What I'm saying.
What we're saying.
Yeah, so I thought it was something happened in Pittsburgh, but I heard something briefly about it. I don't pay attention on stuff anymore. I'm not watching the news.
Well, I thought this thing was going to blow up into this.
Well, it's not time yet. It's not time. I think after Memorial Day, when we kick off the summer, that's when we can go into
the second summer of love.
The nonsense of midterms and all the shenanigans. That's like, oh, it's because the Republicans are gonna win.
Who are you?
So we have to play up. We have to play up the demographic that wants to play into the Democrats' hands, so to speak. So.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Because you haven't had any of those situations on film, on camera, since 2020, right? So has there been no police killings?
Well, there's been several, I think.
I know, But were they not just caught on camera? They don't fit the narrative yet. We're not ready for it. We gotta wait.
Yeah, the whole thing doesn't make any sense. Well, Joe Biden's president too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But when we need it, we're gonna break it. It's like in case of emergency, break glass, and here's some body cam footage of a white cop accidentally or
Shooting a black
purposefully
guy.
shooting a.
Yeah, I don't understand why the cop pulled his gun. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense if you had him on the ground.
Yeah, it seemed kind of stupid. I don't know, but I mean, the guy shouldn't have died. It's a tragedy,
Yes.
but it just kind of got swept under the rug, and I was like,
Interesting.
oh, yeah, I was like, wow, that was weird.
Well, listen, I guess they're worried about where all the money went from the last time, so maybe they're kind of like, yeah, we need to. We're not going to fire this up right now.
Okay. All right. I there's a lot of COVID stuff and vaccine stuff that I want to get into, but I'm not going to get into it in this 30 minutes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
We'll get it into the next because
Yeah.
once we start talking about that, there goes the YouTube.
Yeah, you can't put it out there.
Can't say shit.
I know.
So I want to, because the Gilbert Godfrey thing just got me fuming.
Right.
But we got
Well, there's plenty of
A
stuff.
political game.
we got Psaki.
Yeah.
Just this woman is a genius liar. She can thread a lie like nobody's business.
Well, she's also playing up her role because she's looking for her next job. So she's gotta show that she can show.
Yeah, what's her next job at MSNBC or CNN?
Yeah,
There's not gonna be any salary over there.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what the hell she's doing.
But yeah, it's
Maybe she should practice the truth and
She
get
is
a job
a,
somewhere else.
she's a doctorate in lying, that's for sure.
Yeah,
and,
she's
and
amazing.
crying on. She's a good actor, that's for sure.
Do you want to listen to her cry?
Let's go. Let's play that because I got a lot to say about this.
Jen
whole thing.
Psaki, everyone. I'm purposely saying her name wrong.
I know.
Okay.
They know who you're talking about.
Okay, player.
Circle
Political
back.
games and harsh and cruel attempts at laws that we're seeing in some states like Florida, that is not a reflection of the country moving to oppose LGBTQ plus communities.
All right, first of all,
She's right.
Well, nobody's opposing LGBT plus communities.
Yeah, she was actually right in what she said. Like, isn't that the way she phrased what she just said? Nobody's opposing it. Those laws aren't opposing it.
No, she said they are.
No, she said it's not reflective of the country, what's going on in Florida.
Right. Opposing LGBTQ.
Because the country doesn't oppose it. I guess just Florida.
Just Florida, right.
But it doesn't.
But Florida doesn't. These laws don't.
No, they're just... What I don't understand is why are you pushing... This is such a small segment of America. Like, you're not changing... Like, you're not changing anybody's minds. Like, the people that are that way...
Well, they are changing people's minds.
To the other side because you're pushing so hard against it.
No, what they're doing is that not too long ago, maybe a couple years, the LGBTQ segment of the population was only 2%.
Yeah.
Now it's like 22%.
Well, because it's cool to be that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're pushing this agenda.
Yeah, but how many of those kids can actually vote?
Well, see, that's the thing.
It's all the elementary school kids that they're changing.
Well, why not let them vote?
Oh, let's not get that far.
No, let's let them vote. Why not? You give them the authority to usurp their parents' authority,
Right.
to cut their penises off. You might as well let them vote,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You might as well let them smoke. You might as well let them drink, and you might as well let them get behind the wheel of a car.
Let's not get too crazy.
Well, it's ridiculous.
I agree with what you're saying.
I'm just trying to demonstrate absurdity with absurdity.
Yes.
Because this is absurd.
Yes.
Nobody wants. Listen, no matter what you think of the LGBTQ community, we're not trying to. Listen, this bill would be passed to prevent people from talking to our kindergarten and third graders about sexual anything.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. They're making it seem like it's against this one community when it's not.
No.
You're teaching.
Well, not only are they teaching, they're propagandizing and they're bullying kids into, oh, you think you're a girl, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, even if, let's just say there's a boy who's gay and he's having some thoughts, right? He's a younger kid. He's struggling. You don't know what to think. And then you talk him into getting, you say, well, maybe you're a girl.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, yeah, maybe I like men because I should have been a girl. Mm-hmm. And then he goes and gets his wanker cut off. And they manipulate this plastic surgery, and he's got this rubber vag.
Yeah.
And one day he wakes up and goes, I'm not a girl. I want to be a guy. I want to be a gay man.
Yeah.
You know, stop forcing these kids into doing things they don't want to do. Let them go. Let them grow.
Yeah.
Let them learn. Let them figure out them for themselves. Let them talk to their mom and dad.
Yes.
Let's do it the way we've always done it. There's nothing wrong with the way we've always done it.
Wow, it's
forcing people. It's just like any other thing. Am I going to force pedophilia on kids?
Well, they're going.
Am I going to force bestiality on children?
They are.
Am I going to? There was a guy on a doctor on YouTube or TikTok or whatever it was defending pedophilia, saying that it's okay. And he's like, it's okay for kids as young as 1. There's grandmothers in some cultures that fellate their 1-year-olds when they're cranky. With a straight fucking face, he says it. I don't know that that's going on. God forbid, I hope it isn't. But if it is, how are you going to... First of all, that's not sexual. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
That's just a relief.
Well, I don't know what you're relieving in a baby anyway.
I don't know either, but he's trying to make that a sexual act. I don't even know if it's true.
Yeah, well,
but he's throwing it out there like it is, and trying to say that it's okay to have sex with a 1-year-old.
Right.
These people are insane. They're
just leave the kids alone.
Yeah, I don't understand. Their perverted behavior used to be shunned,
and the fact that
now it's out in the forefront.
The fact that she I just don't. Listen, you can't have God in school, but they're pushing this nonsense.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Can't see God.
Well,
it must not be real.
I can't see that you want to be a girl or a boy either, unless you tell me.
Well, they don't even know. They're being coerced into it.
Well, that's the point, and that's why, when she's sitting here, whatever. I don't understand this push for this stuff.
I do. It's to turn people like us
into
the enemy.
Well, not just that.
Into the
once
devil.
This is all done, I have a complete, we'll complete the thought on it. But
all right, we'll keep going with because somebody who's going to cry over what are you crying about? Well, what kids are being hurt? Excuse me.
Yeah, let her talk.
Okay, here we go.
It's not a reflection of the country moving to oppose LGBTQ plus communities. That is not what we see in data. That is not factual, and that is not where things stand. This is a political wedge issue and an attempt to win a culture war. And they're doing that in a way that is harsh and cruel to a community of kids, especially. I'm going to get emotional about this issue because it's horrible. But it's like kids who are bullied. And like all these leaders are taking steps to hurt them and hurt their lives and hurt their families. And you look at some of these laws and
how is that hurting anybody? And who's being bullied? You're the ones bullying these little kids into thinking that there's something they're not.
Yeah, not only that, you're the ones that are like, you have to wear a mask in schools. You have to get your job, your
jab or your job. Which is
your jab's to come to school. Well, I don't want to do that. Well, then you stay home and you die a dummy. Like, who's bullying?
Their fear-mongering isn't bullying.
No, exactly.
Right.
You little kids.
Isn't that exactly what bullying is?
Here's another thing. I don't want to wear my mask in school, Mom. Well, the school says you have to. Well, I don't want to wear it. All right, well, then don't wear it. Little Johnny goes to school. He gets forced to wear a mask, but if he goes into school and says, I don't want to wear my mask and I want to be a girl, oh, sure. Come on in, Janie. You know what I mean? Like, is that what we're doing? Like, that's not bullying. That's just acceptance. Here it is. The kid doesn't want... Like, the girl in Florida was going to the private school or whatever that was suspended for 36 days because she didn't want to wear a mask. That's not bullying on the school's part, but people saying, hey, we don't want you teaching sexual orientation or stuff along those lines to kids in elementary schools.
If you disagree with their agenda, you are the bully.
Yeah.
You're the problem if you disagree with them.
And if it's that big a deal, start your own school. Yeah. Start your own groomer school.
Yeah, start your own X-Men school.
Yeah, where you can have all
Dr. Xavier.
Right. Start that. Start
You
your own
are a
school.
homosexual.
Because the
You
Democrats,
are a
the
penis.
Democrats are the ones that are like, oh, you get kicked off of Twitter. Start your own social media site. All right, well, we
Okay.
do that. You get kicked off of YouTube. Start your own video site. All right, we'll go someplace else. You know what I mean? You don't like the grooming bill in Florida? Start your own school. Fuck faces. You know what I mean? You got enough
emphasis on the fuckface.
Yeah, you got enough Democratic donors that are perverts. I'm sure they could figure it out.
Good point, Clint.
Thank you.
They are perverts. Okay.
States, and it is going after parents who are in loving relationships who have kids.
So she's saying going after LGBTQ parents who are in loving relationships
Or
that have kids. She's not talking about regular parents.
no, I think she goes a little like in the. I think she's saying that if you have like same-sex parents,
If you have same-sex parents or whatever they are,
yeah,
let them talk to their children.
yeah, I just don't.
Don't let the. I went to school my whole schooling career.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought my teacher slept at the school.
Can we get the data on the Chinese kids that are beating our asses in math and arithmetic and
No.
social studies and
No.
all this other stuff?
No.
Creating apps when they're 5 years old, and then
No.
we're worried about whether I want to wear a dress or
Well,
not.
because we're growing up. Kennedy said early on. He said, a strong men build a strong country.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Right.
but that's the truth.
No, it is.
And he said it, and he meant it, and it's the truth.
I know.
Strong men build a strong country, and he said he doesn't want, and women are part of that.
Yes.
It's men and women.
Yeah.
They're the same. Women and men.
Mm-hmm.
We're the same. Strong people build a strong country. He said he didn't want our boys and girls growing up to be roly-poly fatties. He said they should experience vigorous exercise. We don't do any of that shit anymore. We took gym out of school. We took God out of school.
Right.
We put in this penis cutting off, penis hating shit. You hate your country. You hate your penis. You hate your vagina. You cut your tits off. We're soft. We don't exercise. We don't work out. We don't eat right. They fill us with this garbage. School is nothing but fucking garbage food.
Yeah.
And you come out, you go to college, and you graduate from college, and you can't do fucking shit.
Right.
You can't change a goddamn tire.
Right.
The place is insane. We're building weak people.
Well, this is the point.
This is the beginning. Yeah. If you're an alien.
No. I'm just
if you're an
saying,
alien kind of guy, somebody who believes in aliens, and you've heard about the Greys.
Yeah.
They're real weak and frail and skinny, but they're genius. That's what we're producing. We're the future. We're the Greys of the
We're
future.
not even producing geniuses, though.
No, I know.
We're just going to
Can't
be
even do that.
weak, frail, gray people.
It's like, oh, take care of me.
Well,
I'm scared and stupid.
Let's finish this off, and we'll.
And my dad beats me. I had a penis, but I don't know where it went.
Right.
It's like, I can't get a job. Joe Biden's paying me $1,400 a month. That's really all I need. I'll just sit here and play video games all day. I'm not going to watch Netflix, though.
Right.
Fucking morons.
Well, people are doing it.
It's pathetic.
Right.
This is not the America that I grew up in.
Well, that's what they don't. That's what they want.
And they've completely changed it. And they're at the precipice of turning this country around. And if we don't step up and do something, shit's going to hit the fan. And we got this November. This is the most important time in this country's history.
Yes.
All the things that happened in this country up until now, this is the most pivotal, important time in this country. And we all, if we all sit back and not say or do anything, in November, we're going to be like, whoa, what the fuck happened?
Well, we're already.
How did that happen again?
Well, we're already like, how the fuck did this happen? But I agree with you, and our stances. People that watch, our stance on the 2020. So I don't want to say it because it's another flag.
Strike. No strike against you.
Another flag. So, but the stance,
It's funny. 3 strikes were out on YouTube, but these guys, you kill 14 people, you can fucking just walk out of jail.
Yeah. Well, let's get back to whiny.
Let's finish Psaki Cry.
It's completely outrageous, but it is a wedge issue. Sorry, this is an issue that makes me completely crazy.
Really? We're in the middle of a show, and you 2 winos going to figure out how to get music outside. Seriously?
Sorry out there.
We can't get no music. Sing to yourself till I get out there. Jesus.
But it is an issue that is a political wedge issue. It is not a reflection of where the country is.
It's really not a political wedge issue. They're making it a bigger issue than it is. Mm-hmm. And here's my, like, going back to, we are the last, and, you know, some of the kids that are raised now, you know, whether they're in the South, Midwest, you know, certain pockets with the masculinity that they've been trying to get rid of. Mm-hmm. Like you said, taking the gym stuff out, like, I remember when I was in school, we had a shooting class. We had a shooting range. Like, you know, it was a little .22 caliber.
Really?
But we had a shooting range.
Oh, that's cool.
But they took all that out. Like you're saying, they don't teach you how to do stuff anymore in school. It's like, oh, you got to memorize and learn this so that we can pass our PSSAs and get
more money from the government.
Yeah, that's all it is anymore. So if you're a creative person that's sitting back and doesn't really get school because they're not teaching you, and you don't memorize because you're, you know, well, he's ADHD. No, he's just not. He doesn't feel like sitting in your class because it's boring. But they're trying to get rid of. So I think, and I know, like, you know, the whole 2030 agenda and stuff like that. The whole, I know I talked to you about it the other day. The whole, you know, demasculation of America, especially, and the whole you'll own nothing and you'll like it is. They're not worried about us and our group of people, our age groups, maybe early 30s, you know, somewhere in the 30s, late 30s. Obviously, people that are grown up in the, you know, 80s, 90s, maybe the early 2000s. They're not worried about us. They're worried about these kids that are in the school now, that are in the colleges or going through high schools now, the elementary schools. Those are going to be the ones from 2030 to 2050 that don't give a fuck. They'll be happy to not own anything because they don't. That's the way they're going to be brought up and taught. Because that's what they're doing now. They're laying the groundwork. So by the time these kids that are in 6th grade graduates high school, they're going to be like, well, I don't know what to do. Do I take on, like you said, do I take on all this fundamental debt of going to college and then maybe I get a job? What jobs are out there?
Well, there's 5.6 million.
Yeah, but what jobs are they? It's jobs that nobody wants. There's plenty of jobs. Everybody wants to do something easy. Nobody wants to work with their hands anymore. Nobody wants to get dirty.
Yeah, well, to your point, look what I'm going to play this, but look, this California abortion bill.
Yeah.
This is the kind of people these schools are pumping out.
Yes. And these are probably, you know, 18, 20, you know, mid-20s.
Listen to that. This is so disgusting.
And I get it's California, but there's probably, like I said, there's probably pockets like this that are in these cities and these liberal counties and
I don't know how
states.
you get some. The only way you can get somebody to think this evil is indoctrinate them from a very young age.
Yeah,
because this is pure evil,
right?
Pure, unadulterated evil. Listen to this.
If they have their baby, they can neglect them for 7 days, and if the baby dies, then they can't be held criminally liable. What do you think?
Yeah, I think whatever like helps women and helps them achieve their like dreams and however that needs to like happen is definitely acts to help. That is helping all of us.
So why don't you just keep your legs closed?
Or why don't you give the baby up before you actually have the baby, and then after 7 days you go, well, you know what, I don't want it, and I don't want it to be adopted, so
I'll just flush it down the toilet.
Just get rid of it. Like
it's and first. You ask any normal human being that question, and they're like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with you?"
But even going back to like what she's, you know, Psaki was saying, kind of like to tie this in too, like where she's like, you know, families are raising these kids that loving families. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of loving families who can't have kids
that would love to,
love to take the baby that you were like, I don't really want it anymore.
Yeah. Let's just kill it.
No, I don't want you. I don't want anybody. I don't want it to be around any. I don't want it looking for me when it's 18 or 19. I want it out of my life and out of my mind sight.
Can you see the doctor pull the baby out? And as he's getting ready to snap his neck, he looks over the shoulder and he sees 50 people at the window going, I'll take it. Not sorry.
Yeah, exactly. It's
and that's disgusting.
But it is.
Who does that?
But you know what? When New York, what did New York do that? Like a couple, like it was like right up until late term. That was like right up until birth. They were like, they're all, this is great. Why is that great? Then you have Maryland. I think Maryland's 28 days. I don't know if that passed or not, but that was in the legislature. And that's even crazy. Like 20 days after birth, you're like, you know what? Yeah, this baby's keeping me up all night.
You know what? And the funny thing is, if you did that to a puppy, you'd go to jail.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's
All right,
hypocrisy and double standard. Let's finish this because these
it's
people
evil.
are
Just evil.
Yeah, it isn't.
All right.
These people are insane.
So I prefer that most women make their decisions at 8 weeks, but I'm also in support of 10 months out of the womb.
So you think babies should be aborted 10 months after they're born?
If the mother wants to, yes.
It's not even.
Fuck them kids. So if like you want to get a late term abortion, like that's up to you. You know, I've had an abortion too, and it was my choice, and I'm happy I had that choice.
I've had an abortion myself.
Would you guys get an abortion again?
Yes,
100%.
100 times. I'd do it multiple times.
Until I feel that I'm ready to parent, that's a choice I'll continue to make.
I hope these people can never have kids.
I hope they never parent. Yeah. I mean, they don't deserve to parent.
First off, the lady kind of phrasing the questions was like, well, abortion, that's not what you're talking about here.
No, this is murder, infanticide.
Yeah.
Well, no. Abortion is still, it's the same.
Wow.
See, it just seems, but this is what happens. When you minimize, when you legitimize murder at 2 weeks,
yeah,
and then you legitimize murder at 6 weeks, and then you legitimize murder at 2 months and 8 months, and then now it's become.
I mean, that guy's like 10 months.
Yeah, 10 months out of the womb.
Yo, did they hit these people up on 420? Is that when
they're idiots? But it doesn't. But the sanctity of human life and the value of human life doesn't matter to these people.
No, it does, because they're probably praying for Ukraine and all that other stuff, because that matters. But all the other stuff that matters, it's my body, my choice. That's fine.
I'm killing multiple babies,
and I hope that one day she's ready. Yeah, I hope that she's not.
I'd have hundreds of abortions.
I hope that she's had.
But that Putin,
he's horrible.
Exactly.
This girl's the devil incarnate, and she's yelling about Putin.
She's talking about genocide herself on her own level.
Genocide on her own family.
Yeah.
What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with you? All right.
People are insane, man. I don't get it. And yet, there's a lot of people that probably think like that, and that's. I mean, is it a majority of the people? Probably not. Is it a number that's probably outstanding to us and would blow our minds? Yes. Yes.
The intent is not only to codify the killing of the unborn children throughout the 9 months of pregnancy, but to decriminalize killing newborns days or even weeks after birth. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. It's extraordinary times that we live in, and
all those people should be in jail.
Yeah.
With Hillary.
Right. Lock her up.
It's unbelievable. You know, that was the greatest thing Trump ever said.
Yeah, lock her up.
A guy with Donald Trump's mindset should never be in charge of our laws.
That's right.
That's right, because you'd be in jail.
Wow.
That's the best ever. Best ever. All right. We're going to hit the road, bro.
All right, yo, listen, hit the links. First Warrior, Redcon 1, supplements. Come on, it's supplement season. You got to get ready for the beach.
Yeah, get real supplements and stay away from prescription drugs, please.
Yes. And
they'll get you.
All your patriotic apparel at First Warrior on firstwarrior.com, and they're also on Instagram. So, and follow, like, and share. The biggest way you can spread our message is sharing with everybody. Thumbs up on YouTube and hit that Rumble boxing glove.
Our message is your message.
Yeah, well, something like that.
Okay. Okay, player.
Thanks, everybody.
You guys have a great night. We'll talk to you on the next episode.
Right.
Orange Man out.
Bye.